Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, when you see that intro, you know it's the Draft Nerds here, back with another special episode of the Draft Nerds podcast. We got a real special guest, none other than Ravens legend, number 58 on the field, but number one in your heart, Mr. Michael Pierce. What's going on, Big Mike?
I don't know about that legends part, my G, but
Man, you're a legend to us, brother. You're a legend to us, man. Hey, do we gotta go down the resume? You know what I'm saying? Undrafted free agent. They call him the juggernaut. You know, how many years did you play in the league, Mike?
9.
9 years. From UDFA to 9 years in the league. Unbelievable career. What's one of the things that what's like one of your finest moments looking back on your career? What's something that like sticks out the most to you? What's a memorable moment for your career that you would say?
Outside of the thing everybody knows with the interception, I'd probably say when we just played Patrick Mahomes them at home for the AFC Championship. That was an awesome stage, bro.
Oh my gosh. Y'all should have got that done. I was so like, I know what y'all. I'm talking about me. I was just watching as a fan, but I can only imagine what it felt like to not get that done. I had dreams of the stage and y'all getting that trophy. It just wasn't meant to be. But just talk about your journey to the NFL as an undrafted free agent. Like, what was that like? Like, did the Ravens call you like immediately after the draft? Like what went into your recruitment?
So a lot of things people don't know. So they have like pre-draft visits, right? I took 2 pre-draft visits. One was to Buffalo. Rex Ryan was the coach at that time. And then my second one was to Baltimore. So they normally bring in guys that, obviously they bring in like some higher end guys, and then they bring in guys like myself who may fall like to the lower rounds or whatnot. So at that time, I thought I was probably going day 3 of the draft. Like I said, that's kind of what the consensus was with everybody getting to my agent and all that stuff. So that's kind of what I was expecting. But no, they brought me in. They basically treated me like they treat anybody that they would bring in for those visits, kind of teach you a little bit, try to put you on the board, ask you some questions, just get familiar with you. And so I took that pre-draft visit. They stayed in contact with me. I told somebody the first time I shared the story was on the last podcast I was on. So Coach Harbaugh calls me day 3 of the draft before it comes on. It's like 9:00 in the morning. I don't have a draft party. I'm from a small town named Mobile, Alabama. It's literally me and my parents in the living room talking, and he calls and says, we're gonna draft you today. So obviously there's no fanfare stuff, and the draft hadn't happened yet. But he said if they were taking a nose guard, they were taking me. So I'm hyped, I'm ecstatic, all this stuff goes on. I think we had like 6 later round picks. We had like 4 like compensatory picks, and then we ended up drafting like Keenan Reynolds in the 6th round. And like some other people, right?
I remember that draft. Yeah.
So, they had a good draft that year. Alex Lewis came out of there. Ronnie Stanley was at the top of our draft. Matt Skirp came in as undrafted. We drafted Mo. We drafted Tavon Young. It was a really good draft.
Great draft. That was a good draft.
No. They did their thing. So
Chris Moore.
Chris Moore. All them compensatory 4th rounders. They had Bronson Kafusi. I think he went the 2nd. I don't know who went the 3rd. Willie Henry went in that 4th round area too.
So Kafusi was the 3rd round pick. Kamala Correa was the 2nd round pick.
Yes, KC, Kafusi, and all them 4th rounders through 6th. And I don't even think they had a 7th rounder.
Judon was the 5th rounder, I think.
Judon was in my draft.
Yeah. Judon.
Oh man.
Hey, was Pat Ricard also a UDFA that year?
No, he's a year after me. So
a year after you. Okay.
Also, number 48. Yeah. He was UDFA as well.
Wow.
In my class. So now we had some heavy hitters. So the draft goes by, and they keep they keeping in contact, and it just after they made their last selection, I was just kind of I ain't gonna lie to you. I literally went in the room and cried.
Oh man.
Yeah. So man, it was tough, but at the same time, like I said, they ain't drafted nose guard. Basically, they call you once they're out of picks and say, "Hey, if nobody picks you, we want you to come in as a UDFA."
Yeah.
When my agent broached the topic, I gave him some profanity. And it was like, there's no way I'm going to Baltimore after this. Into it, and, that proved to be a very good decision. So
very smart decision. Yeah, I mean, did you know the Ravens' history with UDFAs before you committed to them?
See, they kind of told me a little bit of that. You know, I heard obviously Zach Orr was still on the team.
Right.
And then,
Anthony
Levine, you got Jamil McClain, that's my man. 100 grand.
Yeah. Bart Scott, back in the day.
Obviously Justin Tucker and all those guys. So, I'm from Alabama, so I knew who Ozzie Newsome was. Obviously, Ravens and stuff. He's a big name down here. So, well, everywhere really, but especially in this state, right? So, I knew he drafted well, and they, identified players really well. So, I mean, it just made.
Was it the fact that they didn't draft a defensive tackle that made you say, you know what, that might be a spot I could make it?
Yeah, certainly. So, I mean, especially you go into anything that's, nothing's guaranteed, right? I think I had probably like 5 to 10 offers, depending. You look at the roster, you want to see, what I'm saying, if you get an opportunity, because those are some, where would make the most sense. So, yeah, that made the most sense for me. Baby was on the last year his deal. He ended up getting that $50 million extension. Brandon Williams, for folks who don't know him, is Big Baby. So outside of that, Carl Davis was on the roster, but he was kind of in between 3 technique. So they didn't really have a true second nose guard on that roster. And like I said, they didn't draft anybody. So, I mean, I came in as 3rd or 4th on the depth chart, but it looked like I had a chance to at least make the roster on practice squad or something like that.
And that you did, sir. That you did. Coach, you got a question?
Yeah, man. I think the entire Ravens flock community wants to know the answer to this. We know the play itself. You kind of alluded to it. Did you get any kind of defensive back reps or whatnot that week prior to that particular game against the Cleveland Browns?
That week, no, but
here it is, right here.
Zappy. Oh, big fella. My goodness. Michael Pierce.
Don't kneel
down, Big Pierce. What are you doing?
Mike, just so you know, Mike, you was beating Jack Fettles to me from that point on.
You see Zach Orr, the defensive coordinator, just running down the sideline.
Hold on, let's run it back.
Look at the ball. You get a chance.
Don't run it back in. I just
like one of the
idiot of the season. Ozzie Newsome did it a couple times for the Browns. Zappy.
Oh, big fella touchdown. My goodness. Michael Pierce. Don't kneel down, Big Pierce. What are you doing? Don't kneel down. I was about to go crazy as a 360.
All right.
So now,
do that, man.
Bro. I happen to play linebacker most of my life. I played linebacker at like 270 in high school. But I was really fast, bro. I ran 4.6.
Man, I would have hated to catch a pass over the middle.
Yeah, I won all state championship, MVP, all that stuff. So now I was a pretty decent linebacker. Obviously, that wasn't my body type going forward. I had to learn how to play D-line when I first got to college. But yeah, now that was ingrained in my soul from a young buck, man. So I'm glad I got to make that little exit on my way out for sure.
Well,
that's dope, man.
You might have had to bulk up to get into the NFL and like that switch position, but it did give you the opportunity to be an absolute trivia answer now for the heaviest player to have an interception in the NFL since 2000. Michael Pierce.
There you go.
Let's be honest. True joy to the fans. All right. So thank you for bringing the joy.
Oh yeah, that was amazing, man. So, did you practice that? Is that something that like you? I mean, obviously you guys practiced it. Like, do you taking those drops in practice? Did you ever get an interception in practice?
I got a few over time. Yeah, I think you do that probably You probably do that jump maybe once or twice a week.
Okay.
But it just depends on if they run it in your subsection, right? So the ones who take reps, twos who take reps, all that stuff. So everybody don't take all those drops every week, but cumulatively, you know where to go. We run these plays quite often. So they run a lot of that stuff more so in camp. You get a lot more drops attempts. But nah, man, you just gotta know where to be. And then like I said, Bailey Zappi and the Lord must have been working on my behalf for my last little regular season game. So no, that's not supposed to happen that way. But like I said, thankfully he was bad enough to throw the ball to me. So
did you know? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna ask him though. Did you keep the ball? I know you clutched it pretty tightly once you got it. Did you keep that ball?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's in the man cave for sure.
Love to hear it.
So takes us to my so this is my next kind of want to talk about this, right? So this guy right here,
take your time.
in your relationship.
Take your time. Milk it. Like the old church ladies. Take your time, baby. Come on, man. Milk it.
All right. So I think I speak for all Ravens fans, man. We love the relationship in the wired segments of you and Herb on the sideline. I said it on X the other day. I think you guys should start a pod when he's done playing and Trench Bros or something like that. Man, I love to be a part of it to help you guys because I just think that relationship, like obviously you got a different relationship with all your teammates, but it seems like you guys really genuinely have a really close relationship. Talk about that, your relationship with Brent Urban.
Yeah, no, that's my brother, man. That's my brother, 100 grand. So we were the last of the old guard, right? So Sears ended up leaving in 19. I know we both went signed elsewhere and then came back. It just so happened like when I signed back, I kind of helped recruit him to sign back as well when I came back in 22. So no, man, they had a whole new room. Coach Weave was our defensive coordinator, but like I said, that was always a familiar face. But now we used to call ourselves the Three Amigos. So it used to
Three Amigos, okay.
Brandon, Williams, and Herb. So we were all really, really tight. And then, obviously Brandon we all went our separate ways. So we had a really good group. Like I said, I know a lot of teams you don't really hear that culture thing. Like that's a real deal thing at the Ravens. So that's my guy. Our wives are tight. Like I said, we're gonna pull up on them in the off season. Like I said, we'll be friends for life for sure.
That's dope, man. That's dope. When it comes to, you kind of alluded to it, you guys kind of all went your own separate ways and you came back. Did you just talk about what it was like the 1 year in Minnesota? I think you were there for 1 year, right? 1 or 2 years. What was that like compared to the Ravens? You know, like you hear a lot of players say, I thought it was the same everywhere in the NFL until I went somewhere else and realized how special of a place Baltimore really was. Talk about your experience in Minnesota as in comparison to with the Ravens. Was it similar? Did you have a great experience there? Like, what was that like?
It was different, but just from an aspect, one, it was also coming off of COVID, right? So they were still doing like the social distancing and all those things. But like I said, for me, it felt different just because that was my first time having to be a leader in a room, right? So when I came into the Ravens, we still had Suggs, we still had C.J. Mosley, Eric Weddle, Ben Watson made an impact on me. I could go on and on about like the veterans and the quality guys who not only play well and do what they're supposed to do on the field, but they also pour in the young guys, right? And they kind of show you how the way things are supposed to go. They do the right things every day, et cetera, et cetera. So me coming into the Vikings, they had just had a change in the old guard. They let go of Linval Joseph. Shortly after that, we all got fired. Anthony Barr was a figurehead there and all that kind of stuff. Organizationally, I don't think like I said, I don't know because it could have been COVID. Like the Ravens, they bring in like kids. It's like bring your kids to work day. Like Miss Val in our front office, Dr. Trisha, Jamil, all these people like that are pillars in the organization that do different things. They all feel like family because you're up there so much, right? So I just didn't have those relationships with those people. Like I said, maybe that could have been because of COVID. I don't know. But I tend to believe, and from the things I've heard from people around the league, it's a little different elsewhere. But nah, man, like I said, especially for us in Baltimore, you can go there anytime, and like you'll see people who've been there for forever, and like I said, you actually have actual relationships with those guys, and I think that's just what makes it super, super different.
Absolutely. Anybody else want to jump in?
Yeah, I got one.
Go ahead, Jordan.
So, like, we've been talking a lot. Obviously, like most people who watch us are talking mainly about the draft and like players coming in. So I have some questions going on, like, in terms of your journey into when you came into the draft. Because forgive me if I'm wrong, you didn't participate in the combine, right?
No, I did not. I tore my MCL, PCL, meniscus my second to last game, my senior year. So yeah, I was in line to get an invite for I don't know about the combine, but I was definitely in line to get an invite for the Senior Bowl. Couldn't play in that, couldn't play in East West Shrine, nothing. So I would like to believe I played well in one of those games. I probably got a late combine invite, but you know,
you get a pro day though, right?
Yeah. I did really well at pro day.
Because I remember reading I literally remember the first thing when I went and read like all the undrafted free agents that we got that year. I remember everybody talking about your 10-yard split and like how crazy your 10-yard split was because it was above like all the other D linemen. Was that something that I was talking to you about at your pro day?
Well, I mean, I ran a 1.67 10 and a 4.9 40. I was like 3 foot. Yeah. So yeah, you don't catch too many folks running that fast.
No.
Extreme. But that's because my knee wasn't fully healthy. So I jumped really far too in the broad, and everything else was pretty standard, like on par with what I should have been doing. So now they were pretty shocked how fast I ran. I don't know. I felt like I was running pretty decent on film. I guess I wasn't, but everybody was cool, man. So now a lot of scouts started coming up to me after I ran pretty fast those 2 runs. So they kind of shut me down. I didn't do any 3-cone or anything like that after.
Okay, they were like, "You're good." Yeah, we've seen it up.
Yeah, so I feel like if I did that at the combine, I definitely would have got drafted.
Would you give any advice?
Luck of the draw, brother. Luck of the draw.
Would you give any advice to any like athletes out there who weren't invited to the combine, or maybe you're just waiting to like see what they could show on their pro day?
Yeah, no, I mean everybody's journey is not going to be the same, right? So they got guys who will go to the combine and still won't get drafted. They got people who will blow up pro days and will get drafted, right? So, I mean, I guess especially for us athletes, we got to remember some of this stuff is not only obviously they gaining a ton of information like your medical and all that stuff at the combine, but some of that is entertainment, right? And they also know some people who don't test well going to have to go back to their pro day and, you know what I'm saying, do that kind of thing all over again. So, obviously you only have one opportunity to I don't want to quote Jameis Winston on that Eminem quote. You get one chance, don't miss it, don't let it blow. No, man, we for the folks who don't happen to make it to the combine, obviously we got one chance, so you just got to make the most of it. But you can definitely make your way to however far your ability would take you if you're prepared for the pro day.
Absolutely. That's great advice.
Yeah. So I heard you say you're from Mobile. I'm from Montgomery myself. So yeah. So growing up, how did you come about football? Or was it kind of pushed on you? Or was it something that you said, hey, look, you know, I'm getting a little bigger in size. Let me go try this linebacker stuff. Or what? Like what happened? Because like for me, you know, we always play football pickup games in the neighborhoods. I'm a little older than you. So I don't know if that was a thing down in Mobile, but in Montgomery, it was always the thing of playing football. And if you didn't play football, you played basketball. So was it pushed on you, or something that you just said, hey, this is what I want to do?
No, man, I grew up in a football house, so I mean, I kind of chose it. But my pops played running back at Tulane for Mac Brown in the late 80s, like 87, 88. So like I always grew up wanting to wear his jerseys to my practices. I didn't realize I was destroying memorabilia at times, so I used to cut up his old like Tulane game jerseys and wear them to practice. But no, bro, I've been in love with football since I can remember. So as soon as I was 4, I was a big kid, bro. I had to play up. So I think I played with 6-year-olds. And yeah, it just went from there, man. I always been naturally pretty gifted at it. And then like I said, once I started to grow up and mature, you get into the weight room and all that stuff. And like I said, that's my jam. So no, it just fell in line, bro. Be honest, I'm a basketball, super big on basketball. I realized in middle school, once folks puberty hit, and I was like the tallest kid in 5th grade, and you come back in the summer and folks 6'3" somehow, I was like, okay, I don't think this basketball thing gonna work out too much. So no, man, I love football from the start. And like I said, my dad was involved in it at a high level. He played in the Senior Bowl as well. That's in Mobile.
Nice.
Yeah, that was gonna be a thing regardless. So
Nice.
Cool.
Jay, you got something?
Yeah, I got a few ones. First off, I got to follow up. What position did you play in basketball back in the day?
When I was super young, I played point guard, and then I played the 3. And then like my high school career, I only played 1.5 years really. Once I signed my scholarship to college, I kind of let it go. But I played the 4.
Now, were you more of like a driver, or did you like to try and get out?
No, I had a jumper, bro. I could do a little bit of everything, bro. I was pretty smooth. I wasn't like all state in basketball like I was in football, but we had some kids who like college quality too. So I was just a backup, and then we had like T.J. Yeldon that got drafted in the 2nd round from Alabama. He was our starting 4, so I was a backup, brother. It was just get on the boards, and if they left me open, I could definitely knock it down. But I didn't play enough to have anything to brag about.
You picked the right career path, absolutely. So
that's they would have let me choose basketball if I wanted to, brother. In the trenches, that ain't gonna work too smooth.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I'm from Indianapolis, so no Indianapolis fans were able to see you in person in your career. You only played in Baltimore against the Colts. However, my only away game that I've ever been to was your 2013 game against the Colts in Baltimore. Great game, by the way. You guys did a very strong job in the run, but it was a difficult one, very close. Ultimately,
what year did you say?
What?
What year did you say?
I think it was 2013. It was the
no, he didn't come out until 2016.
Yeah,
that precedes my time. Now we lost to y'all.
Or no, 2023. My bad.
2023. Yeah.
Oh, 2023. Yeah, that's what it was. Byron said 2023.
Yeah, we lost, and y'all had Gardner Minshew at quarterback.
Yeah.
Why do y'all always keep losing to Gardner Minshew, man? What is going on, bro?
I'm the one who grabbed
that was atrocious, bro. Y'all didn't even have Jonathan Taylor running the ball. It was like Naheem Hines or somebody.
Oh, I remember that. I remember the game in the rain, right? In the rain.
The big play was the catch by Pittman while the helmet was being torn off in double coverage. But it was a close one. It was mostly a kicking game, ultimately.
Yeah, I think we started. Was that the second game? We started like
that was like early.
Y'all was up. I think
we had lost the Chiefs, and then we played y'all, I believe.
Something like that. Wazoo grabbed the 2 times Gardner Minshew's ever broke my heart.
Because y'all had I think y'all had beat Cleveland in Cleveland that season. That was the year that y'all started off against Houston, and JK got injured in that first game of the season. And then I think you played Cleveland the next week. So I think you guys started off like 2-0. Then Minshew, man, he beat them with the Raiders. Like when he came back with the Raiders, like something about Minshew, man.
It's tragic, bro. Yeah,
I see you for you like couldn't beat Minshew.
You never got to come to Indy for your pro career or for the combine. Are you coming in this year to Indy?
No, I don't have any plans to. No disrespect intended.
Fair enough.
Ex-girlfriend is from Carmel, in college. So I guess my luck in Indianapolis wasn't meant to be, brother. I actually played in the preseason game there once.
Oh yeah, okay.
Like 2017. We had a brawl against y'all. Yes, we did. It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. A huge brawl. That was insane, bro.
What? I gotta look that up.
Yeah,
between the Colts and the Ravens.
Like they were trying to keep everyone back.
Yeah, it was crazy. That's the only thing I remember. And like the downtown was not very lively at that time, but
Okay, Mike, I gotta ask you, who started the brawl?
Quite honestly, it was probably us.
Probably.
It's probably us, but you never know. Normally it's these dang special teams people.
Oh, special teams
they do
people.
like these punt drills and they run somebody onto the sideline and coaches screaming at people. Normally that's what happens. And then like if you get like to O-line, D-line one-on-ones, you'll probably have a little skirmish because people, testosterone and all that stuff. But normally it's special teams and then O-line, D-line.
Man, so like, all right. You were on the team in 2019, right? You were still there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you didn't leave till okay. So what was, I hate to bring this up, but like what loss did you take harder? The AFC Championship game against the Chiefs or the 2019 divisional round versus the Titans? Well, like which one to you is like the one you just don't like to think about?
The bigger loss, obviously, but like I think just from a standpoint of we didn't see that coming.
The Titans one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Henry, right? And he had just ran somebody out the playoffs. We had a bye. So
it was the Patriots. Yeah, they beat the Patriots.
Right. So I was in a hotel watching this dude run these people out the stadium, and I'm laughing like, all right, cool. I mean, obviously it's Derrick Henry, but like at that time we had like the number one defense in the dang league.
Mm-hmm.
So we still come in there confident, and if we would have kept this dude under probably 150 yards, we would have won.
Yeah, for sure.
He would still been ran over us and ran past the standard that we have. But to have this dude put Earl Thomas on the meme that continues to outlive his career, that was just wild, bro.
It is crazy because Earl Thomas is like an all-time great safety in the league, and that's what he's remembered for.
Bro. He's one of the biggest players ever at safety.
And now he's remembered for becoming Derrick Henry's lead blocker.
And the second thing he's remembered for is flipping off Pete Carroll, which is like.
But that was tough, man. Terrell Suggs was on the pod recently, and he talked about how that was the year that he left, right?
Yeah,
and he was trying to get back to you guys. He said that was the whole deal was Arizona was going to release him. He was going to clear waivers and then sign with the Ravens. Mm-hmm. But the Chiefs had other ideas. Do you think if Suggs would have made it back to you guys, he would have had some type? I know he was older, right? But he was really good at setting the edge. You know what I'm saying?
That's my big brother, and I'm pissed that him and Marshall did not go in the Hall of Fame. But no,
yes. Oh my God,
no,
yes.
He wild. I mean, no,
it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter.
Y'all know when Derrick Henry getting them little modes with
it's over.
Nothing you can do. Yeah. There's nothing you can do. And then when he was just running all around. Dude was running everywhere.
Yeah.
And that was like my first time tackling somebody. And I was like, this dude is like a train moving through here.
You're not supposed to be that big, bro. Like in all actuality, based on his size, right? He's supposed to be a DN.
Dude,
he's supposed to be a DN. Right? He's not supposed to be a running back.
Motherfucking Myles Garrett, man, running after you.
It's actually insane. And their line was really good. They had Roger Stafford. They had a really good center. I forget it.
They had my boy in tackle. Taylor Lewan was still there.
Taylor Lewan was there. They had a really good O-line. That's the year he ran for 2,000. So
yeah, he did.
I knew obviously we weren't blind to the fact that this man could run us out the playoffs, but we had done so well, especially stopping the run at that point.
Yeah, and you was at home. You thinking,
we had Brandon, me. We had like 4 nose guards on our roster.
Yeah,
Domital Pecco was on our roster.
Yeah, Pecco came back.
And all 4 of us was out there.
Big Jelly, I forgot about Big Jelly.
Somehow ran. It was insane, dog.
Yeah, I remember just kind of like sitting on my couch, just like looking through the TV. You know how like it look like you're looking at something, but you're like really just kind of spaced out. I'm looking through the TV like in just disbelief, like yo, no way. I mean, I talked so much trash before that game. Like I was like, yo, we about to run the Titans out of the stadium.
Listen,
this ain't even close.
You don't want to say it, but we was definitely looking.
Yeah, it's like this about to be light work. Like, we looking forward to the Chiefs. We not even worried about the Titans.
The Titans are the wild card team. You can handle them, and then all of a sudden, Henry goes off.
I should have known though, the way they did Brady and them, I should have been like, you know what, this is kind of scary a little bit, like, because they ain't got nothing to lose. If they lose, nobody expected them to be there anyway, right?
It didn't matter. The only person that mattered was Derrick Henry and had nothing to lose. That's the only
reason. Damn sure.
Oh man. Okay, so fast forward. What is it like seeing Derrick Henry running the ball now for the Ravens? And like, no, go ahead. I'm sorry. What is it like seeing him now as a Raven? Like, is that like, wow, this dude's a Raven now?
No, it's just comical, bro. Because, like, you know, I know they had that like little tiff where, you know, I think Marcus Peters did something on their side
with the spinning the ball in the middle. Yeah. Mike talked. He actually talked about that recently. He talked about like that.
I think I saw the excerpt. Yeah.
His most memorable moment as a Raven.
So no, bro, it's insane, bro. Because like I said, you don't really, when you playing folks and you watch the film, you don't. It don't really. Or like, let's say, I watch this crap on TV all year, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
You see this stuff and it look insane, but when like you actually on the field and you feel like the wind blow by when this dude running through the it's wild. So no, bro, that's the kind of thing like, you know, like you got your trump cards, right?
Yeah.
Let's say Lamar come out here off, we can hand this dude the ball 30 times and we still got a chance to win.
That's exactly what I was thinking when we signed him.
They quarterbacks have a bad day. You don't have a bell cow that can hold the ball. I mean, we don't hand him the ball 30 times, obviously, but you definitely could. They did.
Probably should have, you know.
It just
thought that's what they were going to do. Like I was like, when they signed him, I was like, oh yeah, now Lamar can just turn around and just be a regular quarterback and just hand it off to Derrick Henry 30 times and doesn't have to be the Superman every game.
It's insane how he just continues to defy odds of like every single part of it. It's like over 30. Yep. Over 6'2". You're not supposed to be that. Yep.
Man, it's like LeBron James, and like it's sometimes when you realize like I played with a whole bunch of folks that's Hall of Fame quality people. God just gave some people a little extra. And the laws that I gotta abide by and that we gotta abide by, they don't apply to them folks.
No.
So,
especially since Henry's been doing this since high school. Like high school stats plus college plus NFL might be the most productive running back I've ever seen at all three levels combined.
Has he passed his high school stats yet? Anyway, his yardage.
He's good. Or something like that.
I think his high school stats are just still to the point where I don't know if it's like Emmitt Smith's career stats in the NFL. It's like no one's ever breaking those stats.
It's funny you say that though,
There's
Michael.
one guy in
like
Indiana
levels to this. Because like I now I'm gonna have nightmares of you over the as a former slot receiver. So like, I just couldn't even imagine I'd get killed.
Doing the golf ball. My bad. Please say it again.
I was saying like you brought up like how there's levels to this in terms of competition stuff. Like God made different people different way, but I'm having nightmares right now as a former slot receiver thinking about you being under the middle and just getting absolutely destroyed trying to get something over the middle. I get squashed like a bug, bro.
Look, I can tell you this: Ray Lewis and Bart Scott and all them folks made it illegal. That's what my dream was. I was just gonna knock somebody out, but the way they be finding these people nowadays, dog, it ain't worth it.
Ain't worth it. It's definitely not. It's definitely not worth it.
But no, that's what saved a lot of folks. These fines, bro, are crazy.
It is. Because otherwise, some of these guys be playing basketball. Like my coach used to tell me, man, the Oklahoma drill turned a lot of people into basketball players. you know what I'm saying? Like that back in them first padded practices of the summer, a lot of people didn't come back. You know, they didn't come back after that first practice. Like, what? I think I'm gonna go play basketball. You know, this ain't really my thing. I'm gonna play basketball.
Them slot boys, they won't be running through those drag routes to
hey, look, hey, some of them safeties too. They try to take all them pullers. Look, hey, coach, I'm good.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of folks turning some stuff down. Like the people who it come to mind that I think like Vontaze Burfict couldn't play nowadays.
No. He would have been fined so many times. It would have just been like he been playing for free. He's been playing
for free. Ray Lewis was playing for free too.
Y'all know who got a little bit of that? A little bit of that is Aziz from the Texans.
Oh yeah,
he got a little bit of that. He better watch himself because they gonna keep finding him.
Yeah.
Didn't they suspend Derwin James for a game or something?
They did. I think they did.
So no, you gotta look. My thing was don't land my Big Ten on these dang quarterbacks.
Man.
so I can keep paying my bills. So
Go ahead, Joey.
I was gonna say when Kenny Young got that hit on Gardner Minshew, we were talking about Gardner Minshew earlier. Didn't he get fined like more than his actual contract was at the time when he got the fine?
I don't doubt it, bro. You hit somebody the wrong way, especially if you're on a rookie deal. Some of that stuff is like 35 grand.
Ooh,
so you definitely played for free for a week, if not. So
like, ain't no money this week, babe. Ain't no money this month.
Oh, look, that junk can put a hole in your plans for real. There won't be no bye week trips, that's for sure.
So give us your favorite Lamar Jackson story, whether it's practice, something Lamar Jackson related that you remember as a teammate of his.
A specific moment.
Yeah, just anything, any like a funny story about playing with him, practicing against him, or something like that.
I don't know, no funny stuff that I can think of. It might come to me later, but this dude really just gifted, bro. And it's kind of like the Derrick Henry thing, bro. Like Holmes don't necessarily always get in the hot tub before games. You don't see bro overly stretched before games. Sometimes this dude be, and this is not nothing crazy. He might be the last person in the locker room for the game. And like I said, he ain't getting fined or nothing. He not late, but you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you know, especially as you get older, you go there, you stretch.
You gotta stretch. Yeah, you gotta get a massage and all that.
This dude is just a phenomenal, gifted athlete, bro. It's crazy. Like, it's insane. Like like they actually show like how long people take to get prepped for these games on Sundays. It would blow your mind the time that he don't need all that, bro. It's a marvel. Like Derrick Henry goes through all this different stuff. He got his own masseuse, all that stuff. They got KT tape all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep your body intact. Holmes just play ball, and it's just.
You ever get close to him in practice?
Huh?
I know it's a rule against hitting the quarterback, but you ever get like a would have been sack on him in practice?
I mean, they don't really count that just because they know that he can get away from anybody. You know what I mean? Yeah. But now I done beat some folks clean, and then like I said, he just laughed, bro.
Yeah,
I played Lamar in college, bro.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I missed like 2 sacks. This was before like the world knew who Lamar Jackson was. He was a freshman at Louisville. That was my senior year.
Oh, his freshman year was crazy too.
Dude, I didn't even know who he was like that until next year when Holmes won the dang Heisman.
When he won the Heisman,
Dude, he played in Louisville. I said, no, that can't be the same kid. But he actually remembered playing us. I don't know if he remembered me. Like I said, I ain't tackled a man. But no, you just be amazed. Like, dude, just a naturally gifted like athlete, and he's so humble. It's literally like insane.
That's the thing the common thing you hear is like humble superstar, right? It's like that those two things normally don't go together, right? Like superstardom and fame normally breeds ego. But with Lamar, it's like he's the most non-superstar superstar, where he could really be walking around like Willie Beeman if he wanted to, you know, Heisman Trophy, 2-time MVP, bunch of records. You know, he broke Michael Vick's record in his like first full year as a starter. You know what I mean? Like it's just, if he wanted to have a big ego, he could. So I think that's the thing that makes him special, is just that he is humble, he's grounded, and you know, shout out to his mom, because I'm sure she's a big reason for it. So fast forward to present day, Jesse Minter just got hired as the Baltimore Ravens new head coach. You played for Jesse, or under Jesse, when he was there as a secondary coach. What was he like as a coach, and what do you think about the hire? Do you think the Ravens made the right choice?
So I can't speak to, they keep us pretty much separate.
Oh,
you know what I mean? I guess what I did tell one of our staffers who's still there, I'm interested to see how he carries that role. Obviously he's a really brilliant defensive mind. I haven't been around him in a like leadership vocal type role. So obviously I won't be there day to day to see that stuff, but I got enough friends in high places to hear about it. So now I'm interested to see how he carries that role. I'm interested to see if he wants to call plays from the sideline, kind of like Mike's doing. Like I said, I always knew he was a really smart guy, but he was just never really required to talk or address the team as much as, obviously your head coaches do or your DCs. So he was he strictly secondary?
I think he was, right? He was second. I think he was.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't remember. Was he? Yeah, he was under wing. So we had John Martindale as our head guy. He kind of ran the show for the most part. You do like a little small presentations on a week-to-week basis, but no, we always knew he was smart dude, good guy, obviously. Like I said, I'm interested to see how he handles that role vocally, and as a leader of men, just because you don't necessarily have to do that well in that role that he was in when I was there. So now I think he'll definitely be great for our secondary. And like I said, we have a lot of talent. We just got to kind of maximize it a little bit better.
Absolutely. And then Weaver, you played under Weave
My man,
in 2023. He's DC. They just announced it today. What do you think about him now coming back as the D coordinator?
Now, I saw Weave in a lot of different roles, but like I said, he was the head of my defensive line group. So I saw him as a leader at different times. But I think it's awesome just because, one, he played here, he's coached here, and now he's coming in a bigger role. But like I said, I think he'll be a tremendous help to Jesse. And then he'll also be able to help, a lot of defensive coordinators just worry about the back end.
Yeah.
They just yell at the D lineman when like, what's the D lineman doing? They only how to know 3 plays, right? So he can understand all 3 levels, and then kind of marry everything together. But I'm interested to see how he does. Obviously, I don't know if Jesse's gonna make calls or they're gonna split the duties or however that goes. But now he'll be a head coach soon. Yeah. Great leader of men. Like I said, I can only say that about Weave because I was actually under him. Not to say that he can't. I just hadn't been under him, under his voice.
You've been in those meetings with Weave, right? Exactly.
Every single day. I know who he is through and through. He one of them ones, bro, for sure.
Awesome. Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, so you kind of was talking about some of your stuff that you do day to day. Like talk to us. You don't have to get into specifics, but talk to us about what a typical day in season versus out of season. What would they look like? How different are they?
Oh, they're completely different. So for me, in season is all super. I mean, my off season is fairly structured, but it's different. So in season is super structured from. I think I used to make sure I was in the weight room by 8 a.m. So I'm getting to the facility at 7. Normally probably gonna do hot tub, cold tub, contrast. Make sure I'm in the weight room by at least probably 7:45, 8. That way I make sure I get my lift done before morning meetings, and you got all those morning meetings. And that's the only really free time outside of lunch you really have. Is that you get in early enough to kind of get your thoughts together, get a lift in, then you run through meetings. You won't be free again till lunch. You get 45 minutes, an hour to lunch, but you got to kind of get ready for practice in that time too. So you probably get 30 minutes to yourself, and then you got a hot tub again, cold tub again, or whatever you need to do to get ready for practice. By the time you got to practice, 1, you probably get done at 3. You're going to run. You got about 40 minutes to shower if you're going to do sauna or whatever, and then you back in meetings until 5 something. So it's not very much variance. Obviously, you know the meetings and all that stuff's tailored to who you playing that week. But now you don't have time to really do too much else. So I think that's why we see a lot of dudes get in trouble in the off season, just because you don't have time to think. You don't have time to go out nowhere. You don't have time to see the world, really. People used to get shocked that I was in the grocery store on a Saturday afternoon. I'm like, this is the only time I got to.
I gotta make it count.
That's the only time you have. So man, that's a typical, I would say, any NFL schedule. You just up there all day, and it's strictly football, right? But off season, when I was playing, I would probably train 2.5, 3 hours a day. So throughout that time, I have catered chefs and all that stuff. I have my meal prep, but wake up in the morning. I didn't like to work out till 10. So I want to wake up probably 7, drink my coffee, chill a little bit, then I eat, and then I go lift, go do all that stuff, and then I was kind of free to do. I got my hands in quite a few things outside of football when I was playing. And then I'll find like some cardio to do at night. Like might walk my dog 2 or 3 miles, or we got a Peloton, or I think I got into like hot yoga and Pilates and that kind of stuff. So
that's dope.
My training stuff probably only took between the lifting and running, that's about 2 hours, 30 minutes, and then probably an hour of cardio at night of some sort. And then the rest of your day is free to use however you choose.
That's awesome. Hey, so look, we got a question from Ravens fan Brett Yates. He says, "How was that conditioning test under John?"
Oh my God! So they run 150. So you basically run 6 25-yard sprints down and back.
What? Hold on, time out.
Okay. I was like, oh. Yeah.
Is it the same test for everybody? Everybody, was it different?
Yes. So you run the same test. The times are adjusted by skill and or body weight. So
wow.
Yeah, no, it's a beast. So I failed that joint once. Like, no disrespect to my man Orlando Brown, bro, failed that boy every year. But like and what's crazy, like one of my OGs, Ladarius Webb, used to fail all the time.
Yo, Ben Cleveland.
Maybe he's a fan.
Yo, Ben Cleveland couldn't pass that test to save his life. Like
Ben, but it wasn't even just a big dude. So like one of my distant cousins' name is Mike Wallace. He played at Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm. That's your cousin?
There. Yeah.
Wow. Did not know that.
Hey, you learn something new every day.
Yeah. I didn't know that until I got to the team. And like his mom was like, "Oh, we got hella family members in common." So yeah. He failed. Eric E.T. failed when he came from Seattle.
Earl.
Mm-hmm. It's supposed to fail.
So when you were coming back from the Vikings after that stint, were you dreading it, like coming in? You were just like,
no, bro.
You were ready?
That thing so many times. So literally, if you ask like any big guy and or anybody really, that's the only thing that I worried about in the summer. Like the football part is easy for me. So if you only come a couple of days in like the off-season program or something like that, you got to take that joint right before camp. Mm-hmm. So that'd be the only thing I worry about. Like I like to lift. I made sure you do all that stuff, but I was like, Lord, I just need to pass this condition.
Hey, so hey, I don't know if he out there watching, but the Marcus Lawrence snacks, is that what they call them, right? Good luck, bro. With the Giants. Right? It's the DeMarcus Lawrence, right? For I'm saying it right.
Yeah. I think it's DeMarcus Lawrence because Dexter Lawrence played for Seattle. Yeah, I think it is DeMarcus.
I said it right.
Dexter was a Giant.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about?
Yeah. Oh, Dexter, not yes.
Yeah. DeMarcus.
Yeah. My bad. Not DeMarcus. DeMarcus just won the Super Bowl.
You can clip this up, Big Dex.
Yes. Here we go, Dex.
Get some icy hot. Get some Tiger Balm. Get something. Rub that bad boy on your back of your calves, your quads, and your hamstrings, my brother, and your lower back. Your lower back is gonna be taxed. So now anybody that's in New York,
if you watching
it for a little, that's gonna be a rude awakening for some
people. You watching Dex, message from Michael Pierce, man.
Hey, God bless.
Ice up.
Ice up, son. Ice up. Oh man, so we got a couple minutes left here with Michael Pierce. Again, thank you for joining the show, and thank you guys out there for watching the Draft Nerds podcast. So I would be remiss. Obviously, we are a dominant draft show. So who are some defensive linemen that you like in this draft? I know you're doing some coaching, and you kind of in that world. I saw you down at the Senior Bowl. Is there some guys that you have that like, your favorite defensive linemen in this draft, or guys that you just like in this draft?
I like Peter Woods.
Yes, sir.
He's from Birmingham. Like, so I
Birmingham. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's from Alabama. I kind of heard about him in high school too. So I got to kind of see, him matriculate through the process. Names that escape me at the moment.
What about Caleb Banks from Florida or Caden McDonald? Anybody that remind you of you in this draft?
I could use one. I don't really know. I've seen him quite a bit. Is it Tim Keenan or something like that?
Oh yes, from Alabama, right?
He like a nose, but he actually he moved pretty well in the pass rush drills and stuff and at the Senior Bowl.
Yeah,
but these names escape me at the moment. Yeah. Now, if you ask me, I would have had a prepared list.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have given you the list early.
I've been doing a lot of like nose tackle, defensive tackle scouting.
Say that one more time.
I'm working on, but
go ahead, Jay.
Big Citrus. There's Dominique Orange, Dante Corleone. You can go with Albert Regis. What's his name? Big guy out of Clemson. I'm spacing on his name right now. But like, it's a really, really deep defensive tackle class. Like
that's what I've been told. Like I said, I kind of, as a fan, I'd be like kind of all over the place. So I didn't watch like a whole bunch of like one person all the time, unless they like heavy in the SEC. But it's not even like, I don't know. For me, I need to watch nose guards on like the all 22 versus like TV type stuff. If you want to talk draft stuff, but
how important is it to get Linderbaum back for the Ravens? Like, is that like how because obviously they struggled some in the interior of the offensive line this past season. Now with him being a pending free agent, do you feel like that's like a must signing, or like what is your thoughts about Linderbaum going into free agency?
I'm trying to think. Outside of
likely are the two biggest free agents right
now. No, I'm just trying to think. So
the line, Rosengarten, Stanley.
Right. So no, I'm saying outside of Ronnie, you don't have a person like I feel like Roger's still on that climate. Be able to hang your hat on this guy. You know what I mean? So with our guard spot being so fluid, or like I said, I don't want to disrespect nobody. That's not having the guard play that we're accustomed to having when we had Yonda and we had what's my boy name that his name escapes me at the moment?
Kelechi
Osemele, yeah.
Oh no, I wasn't even going that far back.
Zeitler?
70.
Zeitler.
There you go, Zeitler.
For quite a while. Yeah. I wasn't gonna go back to KO. That was a headache, boy. Oh my God. Anywho, yeah. Now you gotta have that linchpin. You know what I mean? So obviously everybody needs a left tackle, but if you don't have somebody in there that you can count on, that can obviously, help with deficiencies inside, unless, like I said, I can't see us going. If we let him go, we're gonna have to pay somebody a ton of money, and I don't know who they have. But I mean, we draft and we pay the guys who normally deserve it. So like I said, I don't want to speak for EDC or anything, but I would feel like that's a must sign.
That's a must sign, right?
You don't want to. You can't have an unproven guy, especially with our guard situation up in the air. Like I said,
what do you think is the? I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I know we need to see Emory Jones play a little bit more because I just don't know. I haven't been around him. I don't know what he brings.
What he can do, right?
Yeah, we got some holes that we got to fill, but you don't want to have to fill in all three interior spots with new guys and
all at the same time. Yeah. That would be asking for major problems. Do you think this, like, when you watch this team, as just from a fan standpoint, just watching it, like not on the team, what's the biggest thing missing? Let's just put the coaching to the side. Obviously, a new coach, obviously Jesse has to come in and his staff has to do a good job. But from just a player standpoint or a position, is there a position you think like, they really need a guy there at that position?
So the way Sizzle always put it to me, and he said you have like generals at every level, right? So I think Trav is going to be that for our D-line.
Okay.
Obviously, we got Roquan and we got Kyle in the back.
Yep.
So from defensive perspective, I would just like to see us play. Like I said, we have a lot of talent. So it's very odd that we don't. And like I said, it was the same thing when I was there. So I'm not saying anything that, and I've said that in the few meetings that I was in. it's not that we don't have talent. Like, I don't know what we're gonna do with Marlon or how all that stuff's gonna work out, but we got enough talent. I like what Stark did. Like I said, we got the guys there at each level to, you know what I'm saying, hold guys accountable and that stuff. I would just like to see us play cohesively.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like I said, obviously different coordinators, different stuff, but the way Mike had people playing, I'm not just using his name because he just won the Super Bowl.
right. He played for him.
It was a cohesive unit, you know, for a majority of the time. So that's just what I would like to look for. Like I said, I'm hopefully AD is fully healthy. He'll come back. Is he a free agent?
AD, Darius Washington?
Yeah.
He's a free agent.
I don't know what kind of money he's gonna command just because he's coming off Achilles, but
and then you got Metabike. Like, hopefully he can.
Yeah. I don't need to talk about that. We praying.
Yeah, me too. I'm praying for him.
Please, well.
What do you think about Peter Woods on this defense? Do you think Peter Woods would be a good fit?
If we don't have that superstar 3 that can get up the field and apply pressure, we're gonna have to figure that out.
Yeah.
But so then you got to think though. Like I said, the draft capital he gonna command. They found Beaks in the third round.
Third round, yeah. They did.
That's what I'm saying. They do a good job of just finding these kids that they might not go in the first round.
Yeah,
I think Peoples has some explosiveness.
Yeah, he did not play him, and Jordan loves Peoples.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I'm not there every day, so I don't know if it was the play situation or just the rotation or what. But I think from what I saw, he got some juice.
Yeah.
Too. So like I said, I think we don't need any safety. I mean, if y'all want to get a corner, but like I said, I think Nate is great.
Yeah, so Nate is great. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So we don't.
What about edge? You know, Ravens fans keep hollering edge. We need an edge rusher. You know, all this talk about Max Crosby and all this. Like, do you think that they really need an edge rush? I mean, you got Mike Green coming back.
Right. So this is one thing I would have to say to Ravens fans, because I mean I've been dealing with this all the time.
Yeah,
then, you know, we bring in quality veterans. The thing that us fans now have to realize is we used to those megastar people, those folks like Sizzle and Doomerville and even Pernell McPhee. They don't come around all the time, but if we draft somebody, that's a lot to put on a rookie.
Yes,
on a team that's trying to go to chase the Super Bowl, right?
Right.
Down in, down out, without any block recognition, without all that kind of stuff. Our playbook is rather complicated and long. So, like I said, to put that kind of pressure on a rookie from day one, unless you just like a blooming Hall of Famer, that's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I get it, and like I said, I think we hadn't seen Adisa Isaac really healthy. At all.
I like him.
But
the little things I've seen,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I think David Ojabo, prior to all the injuries he had, probably could have been a cog in the machine that played really well.
Yeah. So Tavius Robinson is another one.
Judon,
fifth round. Yeah, fifth round.
Right. He played pretty good in the year, but he continued to, you know what I mean? So ascend from there. So it don't always have to be like a big name. I mean, we could spend the 14th pick on a defensive end, but if they don't bloom to their second or third year, did you waste that pick?
Right.
Like I said, I understand we got to get some premium guys.
Yeah. Do you think it would be better utilize like if they use that like on a wide receiver, right? Like Zay has been good, but you still see that you still feel like that passing game is missing something, right? That outside the numbers guy. I mean, D-Hop did a little bit of that last year, but he didn't really get the opportunities, maybe because Lamar was hurt. There's a guy like Mekhi Lemon, who's kind of been from USC, has kind of been mocked to the Ravens. You've seen guys like Denzel Boston, big 6'4" receiver from University of Washington. Is that something you think they could go as far as the draft?
Oh, Mekhi is small like Zay, right?
He's 5'11", yeah. He's a little more stockier. He's
I mean,
but he's 5'11", yeah.
Like 6'4". He's not like a
he doesn't have the height. No.
Right. Yeah. So I think, and this is something that I kind of talked to my homeboys about.
Okay.
So we gotta look at it like this, right? Mm-hmm. The way that our passing game goes, it goes Zay, Mark Andrews, Zay Likely, and then Rashad Bateman. So we don't really get to see Bate really get a lot of different routes and different things. And then, I mean, D-Hop was in there, right? So normally, if you got two really good wide receivers, you got to figure out that chemistry. And then, like I said, we had what, 3 tight ends that was decent. Charlie, I think people are gonna be shocked when Charlie goes somewhere and plays pretty well.
Yeah, I hope they bring him back because you can't lose Likely and Cola. I just think you got.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know. I know we got cap. We got
cap issues.
Money, and then
are you a Bateman guy? Do you believe him? Like, what's your thoughts? Like, the fan base seemed to be split on Bate.
He can play. I think when he got hurt his rookie year, right? I think he had to regain his confidence, and then we re-signed him. He had a good year, and then I don't know. I really was not. I wasn't there at all last year, so I don't know what the case is. Holmes can play, and I wouldn't even speak on it if I didn't think he could play. He can play. I think he may need to be in a more like a Rams or West Coast type system.
I said the same thing.
It's
based on rhythm and timing offense.
Rhythm and timing the ball when it's supposed to, et cetera, et cetera.
Right. Yeah. I was thinking
maybe less RPOs and all that kind of stuff. But I think
he's going to be at the spot he's supposed to be, and the ball has to be like the Ravens kind of play off script a little bit, and they do a lot of RPOs. He's more in of like, all right, if he's supposed to be at his spot at 12 yards, he's going to be there at 12 yards, and you got to have the ball there. If not, then he's kind of useless because he doesn't really do the off-script stuff like Zay or like Hollywood did when
even Andrews,
Andrews, who plays really good off-script.
Yeah, because you got to remember where he came from too in Minnesota with PJ Fleck.
Yeah,
so that's been an emphasis of his for a while.
Yeah. So no, if we take a receiver, like I said, I like Mekhi a lot.
Yeah.
I would dang near ask. I don't know if you would take Jacoby Lane that high, but Holmes big.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
he's legit 6'4". I literally thought
I think we could use a bigger body just on like some downfield throws, like those contested catches. That I mean, we don't really get those down the field very much.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that kid. It was a kid that wore number 0 at Notre Dame. At the
Malachi Fields.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy. We could use one of them. 14 pick or nothing like that.
We could use one of them.
We could use
look, Denzel Boston. I don't know.
State. He's also a bigger guy.
Yeah,
as well.
Ted Hurst. I don't know if you saw Denzel Boston though. Number 12 at University of Washington. When you get a chance, check him out. He's legit 6'4", but like he plays 6'4". You know how like you got some big guys, they don't play big. He plays legit 6'4". High pointing the ball, catching the ball away from his body, hands, and he's so explosive. He even returns kicks. Like I ask people this all the time. When the last time you seen a 6'4" wide receiver returning punts?
You don't see that.
Like you don't see that. Like so, he be interesting as well. The Ravens got some choices to make. I mean, obviously, free agency is going to tell you a lot as to what they do. But Linderbaum has to get. I think if they don't do nothing else, you got to re-sign or extend Lamar, and then you got to re-sign Linderbaum, and then kind of just go from there. But yeah, so Matt, we thank you so much. So last questions all around. Anybody got any questions for Mike? And then also, Mike, I want you to end it with like, what do you got going on? I know you was coaching back at your alma mater, and I know you told me something offline like that. You know, you doing some other stuff. So if you want to talk about that to end, that'd be great. But I'm gonna give the floor to the fellas. What questions do you guys have for Mike before he jumps out here? Also, everybody in the chat, 100. We got over 100 people in here. If you got any question for Mike to end this thing, go ahead and put it in. I'll throw it on the screen. And if he has time, we'll go ahead and answer and get him out of here. So, Coach, I'm gonna let you go first, and then Jordan, and then Jay.
Okay, being that you from Alabama, are you team Auburn or Alabama?
I was neither until my boy signed and played for Saban. So I played with 5 NFL players on my high school team. 2 of them played there, got drafted in the 2nd round. So
Roll Tide.
Fan by association. But since Saban gone and my boy's long gone, I'm cool.
Yeah. Hey, did any of them recruit you out of high school?
No. I was a 6 foot, 270-pound linebacker. They ain't they were, Alabama was
Saban wanted. Yeah, he wanted something.
They was taking 5 stars only, brother. I think I had 3.
5 stars only.
That was not. They weren't looking for me.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Jordan, what you got?
Yeah, I actually got two. So the first
Okay, go
one
ahead.
is non-related to football, but I've heard this like I said, I used to like to read all the stats of all the undrafted guys and like stuff that they were doing. Is it true that you taught yourself how to play piano?
Taught myself. I had a little bit of help, but yeah,
Okay.
I'm not super. I can't read music, but if I can get a melody, I can kind of figure my way through it.
So you like Ray Charles? He couldn't read music, but he can play.
I didn't say all that. Yeah. Now, Mary Had a Little Lamb. If you need that being played, I got that done.
He said, "I got the Mary Lord."
That's stuff I had to just play it over. You can watch people play on YouTube and just
Oh man!
Twinkle, twinkle, hey, twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Hey, like that. Yeah, I got you.
I used to play
I'm a
hot
cook.
cross buns, man. Mean hot cross buns over here. Something else I was gonna ask, more related to like football. Obviously, like when you're the nose tackle and more of like on the D line interior, so much of your like livelihood has to be in selflessness, right? Like versus making plays and stuff like that. So like, what do you think is like a secret or something consistently that you should do more against double teams that you don't see enough in like the league or in college?
Something that we should do more. So I think like the technique of that stuff, just because like the prevalent of like people don't work on the run game stuff at all really anymore, just because everybody wants these sacks, right?
Yeah.
So like I had obviously good people in front of me like Brandon and all that stuff, but for me, I went and found like guys who had like my similar body type. So like Vince Wilfork, Casey Hampton, Kaylee Gregg, the list can go on and on. Snacks Harrison that was in New York. And there was a whole bunch of people, Brandon Mebane. Anyway, I went and found a lot of people that kind of did stuff that was similar to what I needed to do and just kind of try to figure my way through it because, like I said, I wasn't 6'3", 6'4". I didn't have the longest arms, but I just kind of had to piece it together. So, like I said, the technical stuff of taking on blocks, taking on double teams and all that stuff, I think is a lost art. And I think that's why, when you get against teams like the Seahawks and they got a potent run game, a lot of those guys kind of get caught off guard. Awesome athletes, but their technique is probably lacking a little bit.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Jay?
All right. Well, I got two of them. First one is kind of a two-parter. What was your favorite matchup to go up against in the NFL where you're like, all right, I really want to test myself against a player, and also favorite matchup that you'd like to go against someone and you're like, all right, it's time to eat against this player?
As in they gonna get I'm gonna kill them.
Barbecue chicken. Yeah.
Throw some pancakes out there.
I don't even know them people's name, it don't matter. I always play the game against the Bengals. Whether I was in Baltimore and or Minnesota. So I always like playing against the Bengals. Like I said, matchups that were tough. There was a dude named Travis Frederick that was a beast. He hit some love in the media. He was smooth. Legend. I like to go against. He's a big name, indie guy. Jesus
Ron
Christ.
Kelly.
No.
Quentin Nelson.
Quentin Nelson was smooth, and like when I first got in the league, bro. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they had like 4 dang Pro Bowls.
Yeah, wasn't it one of the Pouncey? It was
Pouncey twins. Pouncey, they had David DeCastro, Ramon.
Yes, because DeCastro from
Villanueva, and then the right tackle, he was kind of swing guy. But the interior, that was like I said, I was baptized in the fire, bro, with Le'Veon Bell and
my God, that patience.
AB on the end doing the thing. So
you learned the hard way.
Once they say you're not a Raven until you beat the Steelers, but once I figured I could stand up to those dudes,
you knew you belonged.
Every Sunday, twice a year, I was like, I think I'm all right now.
I was trying to defend against Le'Veon Bell and his like very specific patient style, like waiting behind the line for so long. Was that like the most frustrating matchup that you were like, just let me get into you from the gap, like let me shoot and grab you now?
Right. Yeah, no, and he keeps you on blocks a lot longer than you want to be, right?
Right.
And especially like for me as a shorter guy who got shorter arms, the longer I stay on blocks, it's gonna be harder for me to get off.
Yeah.
So like I said, I had to find a way through all that.
Yeah, disengage quickly.
Yeah. You can't really do that with Le'Veon. They was kind of in our system. We got to hold double teams and hold up blocks. So, the Raekwons and obviously the CJs and the Ray Lewises, those kind of guys can clean up everything. So now it would be times where I'd be like, all right, I'm just not gonna make no tackles today. I just gotta do what I gotta do.
All right, we got a question from one of the Ravens fans. CRJ says, did you think you would have made the touchdown if you kept running with that pick against the Browns?
Certainly not. Certainly not. So, one that was like 80 yards away, and then
that would have been crazy.
God bless my coach soul, Dennis Johnson. He in New York now. Holmes left us out there for 7 plays in a row. One, I'm dead tired. Number 2, I tore my quad that off season, and I tore my calf, and I had just came back off my calf like 3 to 4 weeks after. So my quad is still not okay, and my calf was literally hanging on by a thread. So if I would have tried to run that far, I probably would have missed my last playoff game, my last game ever. So one, I was tired, the bus was out of gas, and 2, I was not going back to rehab or having another surgery.
He took the knee. That was so funny, man. Taking the knee. It was like, why didn't he keep running? Like, first of all, do y'all know how long that is of a run? Like, we were basically in our own territory, in our own red zone. He would have had the one from basically one end zone to the other. Like, that would have been crazy.
I would have ran down there and fumbled the ball near the dang goal line or something.
Hey, I was just like, man, no, he didn't hurt it. He didn't hurt himself. Hell no. Then he got to move around. I was like, all right, we good. We good. I was like, oh no,
that was a great moment, though. Great moment.
I just remember all of us being in a space and freaking out at the same time. Like, that really happened?
I was busy laughing to actually process any information anyway. That was crazy. That was crazy.
Great, man. So look, Mike, thank you so much, man. We kept you long enough, but we appreciate this. I know we've been working on this. It's so busy though. This is a hard time to kind of get guys to come on the pod, because you got the Senior Bowl, and then you got the combine and the draft and free agency, and I know you making your rounds, and I'm sure people are requesting you to come on. So thank you so much for coming on this show, man. We appreciate you. Don't be a stranger. Come on anytime you want to join us, and let me know, man, if you and Herb ever decide to do a pod together, man. I think people would really love that.
It look like Coach got.
Hey, Mike. So how can we support you moving forward, man? Because I know you got a lot of things going on. Mm-hmm. Like we want to continue to extend our support to you. How can we do that?
I got an announcement to make. Maybe after the draft or something, or maybe give me a month. I'm working on some stuff that I'll be making an announcement about. And
cool.
I love to sit down and talk to draft with you guys.
Man, let's do it. So we do a show where we do all 22 and we just watch film on different guys. So man, come on in. Yeah. Come on in and let's sit down and let's do that. Also, if you want to make that announcement live on air, we love for you to come on here and make that announcement. But again, man, we can't thank you enough. Not only thank you for coming on, but thank you for your what you did for the Ravens. Again, playing through injuries, it's all public knowledge, right? Like the injuries that you had to go through and sustain to get back on the field and constantly coming back. I know fans can be emotional. Fans can get frustrated because they just want to win. But I think people do really truly appreciate the work that goes into to being an NFL player and to trying to get a championship. So thank you so much.
Oh no, thank you guys for having me, man. Yeah. One thing I want to leave the fans with.
Okay.
If you ever in doubt if your favorite athlete is trying their best, you got to think about it this way. Most of us been playing football since the time we was born, dang near, right? Mm-hmm. And for them to do poorly not only affects their monetary, but they mind space and all this other stuff. So I would say, especially in the time of parlays and people not getting a certain amount of stats and all that stuff, let's just remember, you know what I'm saying? These athletes want to succeed way more than y'all want to win.
Yeah.
So I doubt we got anybody, even if you want to go A.J. Brown. He wasn't rooting against the Eagles, right? He needs to win so he can get his incentives and all that other stuff. So now it's something that, I just try to impart on fans. Like we all invested in this, but if I'm up here at 8:00 in the morning before you get to your desk and whatever job you have with 300 pounds banging up off my chest, up and down, trust me, it ain't nothing else I'm trying to do on Sunday but win this dang game so we can go and have fun after. So
absolutely,
I appreciate it, brother. I just I always think that's something that people should hear. And
and more players should say that, because I think you see, there's a disconnect. Like, I think there's fans that really think that they care more than the players do, and I'm like, bro, it's literally their livelihood. This is their dream. They literally, like, from when they were kids, they wanted to be in the NFL. I highly doubt that they don't care. You know, I highly doubt that. Like,
they miss a sack in their contract year, and tell me if you care more than that.
Yeah, odds are they got more money riding on the game than you with your parlay.
Right. Hey, thanks again. Appreciate you, and we will see you again. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Draft Nerds podcast. Until next time, we out.